Hey guys, welcome back. So it looks like Green is using reinforcements to add 4 units. He's also upgrading his red pyramid from 3 to 4, giving himself some victory points, and gave himself some prayer that he gets from his ability. I'm also noticing that we've changed the turn order, something that hasn't been done before. Looks like Blue decided he needed to stop that red getting the last turn. Alright, so Green purchases the Act of God white token. That's going to give him an extra action he can do simultaneously. So it's one of my favorite abilities just because it helps you with the action economy. So they're immediately using that to pray. So let's see what else they'll do with that ability. Alright, Red grabs the ability to go through city walls. I forget what that's called. Open gates, yeah. So that'll allow them to just bypass any sort of walls whatsoever, kind of like that D card previously. Oh, look here. Looks like Blue is now attacking Red, going to try to take the Sanctuary of the All Gods, or yeah, that's what it's called. Sanctuary of the All Gods. The spot where you sacrifice 2 people at the end of the day phase for victory points. So, combat here. Blue is attacking Red. Can Blue win this? The question is, does Blue have enough DI cards? I don't remember him playing too many. And Red does have some really powerful, static attack bonuses. Oh, it actually looks like he had 4 to play. So Blue is going to win this one. Even though Red had a 4-1, he had 3 units there, which isn't bad, right? And he has +1 strength, plus another +1 blood. He's going to wipe out Blue for the most part, and Blue's smart, he'll recall, but Blue is going to get that win. And that was necessary, right? We can't leave Red up there with how close they are in victory points, so you got to go up there, take care of it, make sure that they're not able to take advantage of it. Now, Blue is now getting 4 power for doing so, so he's going up to 6 power, or prayer, power, energy, whatever, currency, right? I would personally recall, which it doesn't look like he's doing. You really don't want to leave such a force around because Red has that force with the Scorpion right there that could just come in and just beat him, even if the Scorpion is negated. Looks like Green is going to spend 3 power. Let's see what they do with that. It looks like they're summoning some units. They're summoning 3 units into the red area. Curious to see what they'll do with that. Red is moving, combining their troops. Moving, actually. Oh, it looks like they teleported there to the obelisk. So they moved 1. And then 2. Oh, looks like they're going to fight that little area. Yeah, the moment someone gets that open square, you really need to look at combining forces. Because Red's now attacking with a whole lot of stuff, like 9, I think it is, just natural without any other cards. So the question is, now, what are they playing? So it looks like Red's playing their most powerful attack card, the 3-2. They can't play the 4-1 because that's already been done. Green is playing the 1-3. So both of them are doing 4 blood to each other, which looks like they almost wipe each other out. Green is getting completely wiped out. The victory is going to Red, and then Red is going to have all but one of their guys knocked out. So this means a couple of things. 1, Green can't really easily recover from it because literally it's gone without being able to recall, right? 2, Red is getting a whole bunch of power prayer from that. So they're going to be in a great position, and they haven't recruited yet. So those losses aren't really that bad because it's not like they can't just bring them right back. So this puts Red in a very, very good position. So actually, at the moment, they're at game win because they're holding that 4. But it's if they're at the end. And look, they were calling that last one. So it's Blue's turn. Blue has a couple options available to them, but the best one would be recruiting units. So let's see, will they recruit units? Yes, they will. So spending all of their prayer, looks like they're bringing down 6 units. Now, they can't bring the snake because the snake is over at the Sanctuary of the Old Guys from before. So, they'll have to make do with what they have now, which means any fighting against creatures is going to be scary for Blue. So here we had another mistake. We thought green didn't upgrade their pyramid the night before, but they actually did. So here they are upgrading it. I didn't honestly feel this like killed the video or anything because it doesn't really influence much. But yeah, so just an FYI, that was a mistake we made. So it looks like green is now moving his units out of blue and going toward red again. So I'm kind of curious what they plan on doing there. So red now purchases a victory point. You know, good for them. So they're now at game win, the 8 and 2. Now, that doesn't mean they will necessarily win, because if you can take one of those temporary victory points from their pyramid, that will knock them below the requirement. Blue prays for 2. So let's see what green's going to do. Green, why did you move there? What purpose is it going to give you? So, yep, looks like he's grabbing that one. Blue grabs the temporary victory point to try to kind of limit that. Oh, and now moves instead actually to blue. So, well, I'm assuming maybe to prevent a purchase, but both of those were used. But again, it does put red below game point. So will this be enough to actually stop red from winning? Maybe? We'll see. All right, red brings down his units. He spends all but 2 prayer to do so. So, let's see how this works. Now remember, green has +1 to defense. So, red has a +1 to offense, so they negate each other. I mentioned that earlier. Remember that they talked about the Blades of Neth, why that's an amazing upgrade? Alright, so those are set down. Looks like we have 2-2 for green and a 3-1 for red. Looks like that's going to be a win for red. Yeah, looks like it's an over of 2, by 2 strength he was able to beat him. Now, only shields were played, so it doesn't look like anyone's going to lose any units, so green is able to, upon them being kicked out, he'll be able to recall them, get his prayer back that he bested them, so that's nice. But unfortunately, for green at least, red's getting that permanent victory point. So in order now to prevent him from winning this round, blue and green are going to need to have both of those temporary tokens taken. Is that likely? I'm going to say no. I honestly don't see those being taken much, but that doesn't mean it's not possible. It just means I don't see it much. Looks like green just upgraded their blue to get them one last token. And red is moving in to attack blue. Blue left himself in a weak position with only 3 units in his troop. So red obviously is taking advantage of that. No reason not to. Now, while the scorpion is being negated, red has 2 attack inherent. So they'll have to be a makeup of at least 4 damage in order to stop that. Will they have enough maybe DI cards? Let's see. Well, no, it doesn't look like blue is able to play any DI cards that turn. So red is actually going to pick up the win for another victory point. So at this point, it doesn't look like they can actually stop him. Red's actually going to win this game. But we'll keep playing it and see what happens. Actually, no, I'm sorry. If they capture both of his pyramids, they could actually negate the win for this turn. Now, could they do that in an ongoing way, like throughout multiple rounds? Probably not. So red gets some prayer from killing those 2 units. Blue is going to be kicked back, probably recall. Should do, yep, and he'll recall, going from 3 to 4. But yeah, again, this clearly demonstrates why you want to recall whenever possible, unless it's one of the last battles, and you know your opponents maybe don't have any moves. That's why looking at other people's boards is important. Blue is getting some revenge. So he is now attacking red with, it looks like 6 units, 7 units, I can't tell, with the snake. Because remember, once your creature is taken out of the battle, out of a troop is pretty much wiped out, it can be assigned to units in a city. So, and one thing to remember is that blue only needs to overcome a inherent 1. With DI cards, that's a possibility for them to do. So, the moment it looks like they haven't really made a decision yet on what's happening, I imagine blue is probably going to sacrifice some DI cards and be like, nope, I want to get that win. So they're probably just going over the math right now. Yeah, looks like that's what happened. So blue, with their 6 units, were able to beat the 6 over there by sacrificing 1 DI card. So good for them. Blue goes to 3 permanent victory points and gets 4 prayer for winning that combat. So good for him. He's in a better position than he was before. But unfortunately, it's the end. So that doesn't really do much for him. A couple of things we've learned in this game. One, how critical it is to be able to effectively gain prayer, either through very efficient means of praying, if you have to. But the best way is really just be able to do that while doing other things that make you win, right? Second thing we've learned is to really synergize your builds. Just try to make sure they work with each other. And 3, if you're going to gain really powerful abilities, gain those as soon as possible. One thing I learned is that if in the very first turn, if you pray twice, you can actually get upgrade your 2 pyramid to a 4 and grab a 4th level thing. That's depending on your upgrade, that may or may not be a fantastic idea. But anyway, this is the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments that I suck or this was fun or, anything, really just put it below. If you, like and subscribe, all that good stuff. And thank you much again for watching. Take care.